Hi, I'm Wayne Narr. I'm a structural geologist, and I've spent much of my career working with characterization and modeling of naturally fractured reservoirs. So I put together this course on naturally fractured reservoir recognition and characterization. It's aimed at geologists and reservoir engineers. I've worked much of my career actually sitting embedded amongst reservoir engineers at Chevron, where I was in the reservoir engineering research team and where I did my own consulting and technology development on fractured reservoirs. So I've gained a strong appreciation for the fact that bringing geological knowledge and reservoir engineering knowledge together and integrating them, we get much further ahead in terms of developing an understanding with naturally fractured reservoirs. So most of this course that I've put together takes material or blends material from both geology and reservoir engineering in order to really get to better know our reservoirs and better model our reservoirs. So this course objectives are to learn about naturally fractured reservoirs, or NFRs, as I'll usually call them, asking questions like, what is an NFR? How to recognize an NFR? How to describe an NFR? We'll look at tools, both geological and engineering tools, for characterizing and modeling NFRs. We'll look at use of analogs to better understand natural fracture systems. We'll look at or ask the question, what are the characteristics of fracture networks? Why and how do fracture systems form? What are the fluid flow characteristics of naturally fractured reservoirs? How to predict fracture system properties, both from a standpoint of exploration and from the standpoint of building a reservoir model when we've already got some wells down in it. Uncertainties. What are the uncertainties? We'll look at some modeling strategies for NFRs, both static geologic models and reservoir engineering dynamic models. We will also consider key reservoir management issues in NFRs, such as what the simulation options are and how do we choose which one to use. What about well planning? What issues arise when dealing with naturally fractured reservoirs and how to approach well planning? And what about well completions? Likewise, similar with well planning, there are issues that come up in naturally fractured reservoirs that we don't deal with in matrix dominant fields. The outline of the course, as I say, this comes in a bundle of course modules. We'll start by introducing NFRs in the current module, move on to the geology of natural fracture systems. This will be a review largely seen from analogs from outcrop exposures of fracture systems. We'll look at fluid flow and NFRs, what the basic principles are, and then fracture characterization, how we go about this, what are the tools available, both engineering and structural geologic tools. Then we'll talk about fracture reservoir management, and finally into the fracture reservoir geologic prediction.